Very good afternoon to all of you, dear students. I hope you are all fine and in good health. Now I will be dealing with chapter number 4 from Hornbill. The name of the chapter is The Voice of the Rain. It is a poem written by Walt Whitman. So now I am about to show you the screen. So I hope the screen is visible to all of you, 4 of you. Is the screen visible to all of you? Can you all see it properly? The Voice of the Rain.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for your feedback. Now let's start revision of this poem. Now first of all, some preliminary information related with Walt Whitman. Born 31st May 1819, died 26th March 1892. Now Walt Whitman is known for Leaves of Grass. It is a famous collection of poems written by him. And also he is known for this poem, "O Captain, My Captain," that was been dedicated to the American President Abraham Lincoln. Okay, it's a very important poem, very famous poem also. Now let us move on to this particular poem, The Voice of the Rain. Now I will be dealing with the central idea of the poem regarding the voice of the rain. As you know that in this poem we find that the rain has been personified, number one, and number two, we find that the rain had a conversation with the poet, and we get to know about the origin of the rain, from where the rain has originated. Okay, and not only that, we get to know about the functions of the rain, what it does and how it helps the earth and the natural elements also. So let's get started. See, the voice of the rain by Walt Whitman signifies the eternal role. What is the meaning of the term eternal? Eternal means everlasting. Okay, that is the meaning of the term eternal. Eternal means something that is never ending also. That the rain plays in nurturing, quenching and purifying the various elements of earth. Now that is the function of rain. It helps in nurturing, it helps in quenching and purifying the various elements of the earth. The rain returns the favor to its place of origin, from where it rises unseen, because it rises in the form of vapor. Okay, water vapor. And remember one thing, there is a term you will find, it is written in your text. If you see the text, I hope you will be able to recognize which word I am talking about. I am talking about the term impalpable. That another meaning of that term is intangible. That means something that cannot be seen, touched or felt. So obviously it rises from the land and the sea. The rain rises from the land and the sea in the form of vapor, and finally clouds are formed. Clouds are of different shapes and sizes, as you know, because in your junior classes in basic science you have read about water cycle. I guess you read in geography also regarding water cycle, evaporation, condensation, vaporization and all this. So clouds are formed, clouds are of different shapes and sizes, but remember the core matter, it remains the same. Okay, now origin of the rain also been described to us. Even what is the function of the rain, that also has been described to us. And remember one thing, something that is very important, the rain actually describes everything in her own voice. That means in this poem the rain has been personified. I repeat one more time for your convenience. In this poem the rain has been personified. What is the meaning of personification? Can any one of you say what exactly is the meaning of personification? Yes, who can answer me? What exactly is the meaning of the term personification? Devanay, can you try? What exactly is the meaning of personification? It is a poetic device. What exactly it means? Yes, Devanay, will you want to try? Oitirjo, can you say what is personification all about? What exactly does it mean? Personification. Who can say? Biprodeep, will you try? What exactly is personification, or what does personification actually suggest? Yes.
Sir, a name that represents something.
Okay. A name that represents something here, or a non-living object. Rather, to say in other words, a non-living object is given a human resemblance. I repeat one more time. A non-living object, whenever is given a human resemblance, we call it personification. And remember, here in this poem, the rain has been personified. So see this, and remember this water cycle, this cyclic movement. It is a 24 into 7. Okay, that means what I am trying to say is that it is an everlasting, never-ending process. Now, not only that, from this poem, we get to know about the origin of the rain and the work done by the rain, and also we get to know about the cyclic movement. Now, by cyclic movement, it refers to the process of water cycle. Okay, not only that, we find a comparison is made between rain and music. Okay, why? Because see, both the rain as well as the music, they make the world more lively. Okay, and not only that, they return to their place of origin after fulfilling their purpose. Now, if you listen to a good poem, or if you listen or read a good poem or listen to a good music, it has a healing power. Okay, similarly, the rain also has a healing power. It revives the dampened spirit of not only of human beings, but it revives the dampened spirit of the natural environment all around. Okay, not only that, it provides life to the seeds. Okay, because it helps in the process of germination. It revives the plant kingdom as well as the animal kingdom. And not only that, in the course of the poem, I hope you all know by this time, it cleans the world of dirt and dust. I repeat one more time, it cleans the world of dirt and dust. Okay, now let me move on to the stanza wise explanation of the poem. Actually, in your text there is no stanza wise breakup of this poem, but I did it for convenience, so that if you read 2 to 3 lines at a time, and if we interpret 2 to 3 lines at a time, it will be easy for us to follow the poem rather than randomly reading it. Okay, so hereby I will be describing the first 3 lines, then the word meanings, important word meanings associated with those 3 lines, explanation related to those lines, then only I will be moving on to the next lines. Okay, see. And who art thou? Thou means what? You, said I, to the soft falling shower. I means who is I refers to here. Here I refers to the poet. Okay. Which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. Because see, the poet never ever thought at the back of his mind that the soft falling shower, or you can say the soft falling raindrops, will answer him back. But, dear students, much to the surprise of the poet, the rain did answer him back. See, who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. Now, what was that answer? I am the poem of earth, I am the song of earth, said the voice of the rain. So obviously, look how the rain had interacted, or rather to say, look how she introduced herself to the poet. The poet initially thought that the rain won't answer him back, but, dear students, much to his surprise, the rain did answer him back. Okay, and what the rain told? I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Now, there are some word meanings that you have to know. First of all, thou. What is the meaning of thou? Thou means you. Remember, thou, thee, these are the old English words. Okay, we don't use it nowadays. Soft falling, it is related with the delicate raindrops, okay, that were dropping or falling softly. Shower, very easy. Shower, you know, raindrops when they fall continuously on earth, or you can say when they fall continuously on the face of the earth. So obviously the poet initially thought that he won't get any reply from the rain. Now much to his surprise, the rain did reply him. Okay, and what she told? That she told him that I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. Now explanation. Let us come to the explanation. See, the poem begins with the poet asking for the identity of the soft falling shower, because just casually the poet asked the rain, please say something about yourself, or please reveal your identity. Who are thou? Look at that line. Who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower. That means the poet is very much eager to ask the rain so that the latter or she might reveal her identity to the poet. Now see, much to the surprise of the poet, the rain replies to his question, which the poet translates for his readers. Now obviously the rain did converse with the poet, and whatever conversation the poet Walt Whitman had with the soft falling showers or the raindrops or the rain itself, the poet had translated it for the convenience of the readers. Okay, now the rain in its own voice. Now there lies the concept of personification that I was referring to you all. That means giving a human resemblance or giving a nature of human beings, okay, to a non-living object. Obviously here the rain goes on interacting with the poet, and it seems that it has been personified, it has been given a voice. The poet has given the rain a voice so that in the course of the interaction the rain might be able to tell him about her origin, number one, about the function done by the rain, what are the functions done by the rain, how it is helpful for the earth, and finally what the water cycle process, okay, the eternal water cycle process, that one also been that was also been told by the rain to the poet, that the poet later translated for the readers. Okay, so see this line, the rain in its own voice tells the poet that she is the poem of this earth. The rain is trying to say that as music or poetry gives pleasure to human beings, the rain gives happiness to Mother Earth. Now this is something very, very important. Just like the music or poetry, ultimately when you listen to a good music, what happens when you listen to a good music? It heals you. Okay, it motivates you, isn't it? It gives you the much needed confidence. If you are bored, obviously you listen to a good music, ultimately you will be enthralled. Similarly, poetry also gives us that sensation, that pleasure. And what does rain does? Rain, on the other hand, in the similar way, heals the entire environment. I repeat one more time. It not only heals the entire environment, it provides happiness to Mother Earth, because it helps in the process of germination, it helps in the sprouting of seeds, as I told you, it helps to clean the world of dirt and dust, and most importantly, after a brief spell of shower or rain, the earth becomes cleaner and greener. I hope you all had noticed that one. If not, when there will be a rain once again, after the spell of showers be over, you will see that the earth will become lot more cleaner and greener. Okay, and the dirt and dust particles will be washed away. Okay, will be totally washed away, and the earth or the mother nature will look much more cleaner and greener. Okay, so I hope up to this it is very much clear to all of you. Is there any doubt? Any questions you want to ask me, dear students? Any doubt at the back of your mind, you can ask me. Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I am moving on right now. I am moving on to stanza number 2. See what is written. Now the rain in her own voice, she is now talking about her origin and what exactly was the process related with water formation or water, that water cycle, the formation of clouds, okay, then finally descending as raindrops. Remember, all these things are scientific in nature, because this entire process is scientific, but it has been narrated, or rather to say, the poet has written it in the form of a poem, not in the form of a thesis. Okay, so we are never bored listening or reading this poem, because this poem has been written in a very engaging manner, as if the conversation between the poet and the rain, it is going on in front of our eyes. Okay, or the conversation is taking place, rather to say, in front of our eyes. So look at this: eternal I rise, impalpable that you cannot see or felt like. Okay, eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, hence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. Remember one thing, land and the bottomless sea, that means these are the places of origin of the rain. Okay, which are the places related with the origin of the rain? Land and the bottomless sea. So from these two places the rain originates, and finally it becomes vaporized, and then it ascends upwards, and obviously clouds were formed that finally descends in the form of torrential rain. Sometimes it descends in the form of soft falling showers. Okay, now there are some word meanings that you should know. Eternal means something that is everlasting. Impalpable, unable to be felt by touching. Bottomless means something that is very deep. Upward means towards a higher level. Hence means from where. Vaguely means unclearly, not distinctly clear. We use the word vaguely. Formed, actually made into a specific shape or form. That is the meaning of the term formed. Now the poet says that the rain is an eternal process, but it takes different forms at different times. As I told you, that the core matter remains the same, but it takes different shapes and sizes, or rather to say, it takes different forms at different times. And what is the mechanism related with this water cycle process? See, it rises from the land and the bottomless sea, or you can say deep sea, in the form of intangible water vapor. What is the meaning of intangible? I already told you what is the meaning of intangible. It is already written in your text, impalpable, and the nearest standard synonym is intangible. Intangible means obviously it rises in the form of water vapor, and water vapor cannot be seen or touched, okay, or felt like. So it rises, obviously it rises, or rather to say, dear students, it originates from the land and the deep sea or the bottomless sea in the form of intangible water vapor, and then it goes up to the sky. There it takes an indistinct shape in the form of clouds. Indistinct means not uniform. As I told you, the clouds are of different shapes and sizes, but the core matter every time remains the same. Now I repeated this particular thing, dear students. I hope you noticed very carefully that I told you the core matter remains the same. See, in the next paragraph, in the very first line, whatever I told, it is mentioned. See, although it changes in its form or shape, its core matter remains the same. Since vapor and clouds contain water, they can get transformed into the other. This is also a scientific phenomenon that you have read in your junior classes. In basic science, in geography also you have read this one. In physical geography more precisely, that vapor and clouds actually contains water. and since they contain water, they can get transformed into the other. And remember one thing, the words like impalpable and eternal, these two words actually indicates that it is very difficult to understand nature properly. And dear students, there are some part of nature is still beyond our reach. It is in our imagination. We don't have any logical fact, okay, related to many things in the world of nature. Now I am moving on to the next lines. I descend to lave the draughts. Lave. What is the meaning of lave? Lave means to clean. Another meaning of lave. Look at the spelling. L-A-V-E. Lave means to wash. I. Who is I here? Obviously the personified entity, that is the raindrops, or rather to say the soft showers. So I descend to lave the draughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. So I help in the process related with germination. I help in the process related with the sprouting of seeds, because the power of growth was latent in them. So I am the one who revives, who rejuvenates, who helps in the process related with growth, or rather to say, I am the one which helps in the process related to growth or germination. Now let us move on. Descend. Descend means move or fall downwards. Lave. Lave actually means to wash. Droughts, it means dry spells. Atomies. Atomies are very small particles. Globe actually means earth, and latent means something that is dormant or inactive. Actually the powers of germination is latent within the seeds. So it is the raindrops that actually helps in the process it actually helps in the process related to the growth and germination of seeds. Okay, so and not only that, it revives the entire natural world, as I told you earlier, by cleaning the dirt and dust from the face of the earth. It helps in nurturing process also of the natural elements, and overall we can say it revives both the plant as well as the animal kingdom. See, the raindrops poured down from above to wash away droughts and dust layers enveloping earth. It satisfies the thirst of the dry earth and heals everything that is degrading and is lying lifeless. The showers remove the dust particles and make earth clean and green. I told you that you notice it whenever there will be a rainfall, or after a brief spell of shower. Suppose after 1 hour or 2 hours, after a brief spell of shower, when the rain stops, you will find that the earth is reborn once again. Why I am using this statement? Because it seems that after a brief spell of shower, the earth looks clean and green. And as I told you already, the rain helps in the process related with the germination of seeds, okay, which were lying dormant due to a dry spell. Okay, now I am moving on to the penultimate lines. See, and forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin. Now very frankly, the rain is stating that it is she who gave back life to its own origin. Own origin means which are the places? Land and the deep sea, or rather to say land and the sea, and make pure and beautify it. And obviously I am the one that makes the entire environment beautifies. I purifies and beautifies the entire environment. Now why this last 1.5 line is written within brackets? The reason behind is that this is the poet's own personal viewpoint related with the rain. That means what he felt after he had a conversation with the rain. What was his take on that? See, for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. Wrecked or unwrecked means cared or uncared. Okay, finally, whether anyone cares for it or not, it never ever matters to the rain, or in other words, the rain is least bothered about it, because finally it returns back to the place of its origin properly and rightly. and it gives back life to its place of origin. Okay, now there are some meanings like beautify means to make beautiful, issuing means originating or starting, fulfillment means completing the cycle, wandering means moving from one place to another, wrecked, unwrecked, wrecked means cared about, unwrecked, uncared for. Now whether anyone cares for it or not, it hardly matters to the rain, because without asking any favor in return, the rain returns back duly, properly or rightly to the place of its own origin, and hereby rejuvenates the entire natural world. Okay, now let's come to the explanation part. See, the rain is involved in a continued process, as I told you, by providing water to the dormant seeds. Okay, dormant means you can say where the growth has been not active, it is stagnant. So it is the rain that actually helps in the process of growth and germination. And as I told you, after a brief spell of shower or rain, the earth looks more cleaner, more beautiful, and it looks full of greenery. And most importantly, rain helps in enhancing. What is the meaning of enhance? Enhance means to increase the beauty of the earth, because see, in the absence of water, everything or every natural element looks dull or lifeless. Okay, and dust accumulates everywhere. So rain is ultimately like a blessing in disguise. It's like a relief for every living creatures on the face of the earth. I repeat, rain is like a relief for every living creatures on the face of the earth. And remember, as I told you, the last two lines are the poet's own words, because see, the poet observes that the life of rain is similar to that of a song, because if you read a good poem, if you listen to a night song, what it is creativity at its very best. Now obviously a poem or a song has the power within itself to heal your mind, to calm your mind. It has the power to transform you from bitterness or sadness to happiness. It can thrill you, it can revive you. Similarly, the rain, okay, with the process related with repeated evaporation and condensation, finally it purifies the rain, as you know. And obviously when it descends, the entire environment becomes cleaner and greener. See, and finally dust particles, all those dust particles gets cleaned up, dust gets settled totally, and there is greenery everywhere. And therefore we can say that the poet here, Walt Whitman, draws a parallel between rain and music, because dear students, both rain and music, they have the rhythm, and most importantly they have the ability also, not only the rhythm but also the ability to thrill. And remember, and on other hand, poem or music on one hand and rain on the other hand, they can revive, and most importantly they can associate themselves with beautifying life, or that is, both can rejuvenate and at the same time both can beautify life. That is, music also and the rain also, both ultimately performs the same function. It helps in the process of rejuvenation, it helps in the process of revival, and also it helps in the process of beautification or beautifying life. Okay, so that is it. That is all related to the poem. I hope it is clear to all of you. Is there any doubt, any questions you want to ask me related to this poem? This is a very important poem regarding your periodic test 3. So any doubts at the back of your mind, dear students? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So with that I end my class. So take care everyone, and see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be revising Albert Einstein at school from snapshots, another chapter that is in your periodic test 3. Thank you everyone. Take care.
Yes, sir. Bye,
Thank
sir.
you. Bye. Thank you.